Black people can't marry white people.
What if you were born with a penis and you know you're a girl inside?
How bad have things gotten? Seriously. Like, I don't watch cartoons anymore and I don't have kids, so I'm really not seeing the cartoons, but all I'm hearing about is how progressive and woke a lot of these cartoons have gotten. And as a black gay man myself, I'm very curious to see how these cartoons are trying to appeal to the POC community and the gay community. So without further ado, let's just dive right into this.
Hey, when we're older, let's get married.
Ha! You can't get married.
Why not?
Black people can't marry white people.
First off, they led that up to think like they're gonna say, oh, like two guys can't get married, but they led it up to race. These little kids are not going down the slide sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, I want to marry you when I get older. They're just best friends having a good time at the park, and why can't we leave it at just that? Why do we have to push this idea, oh yeah, let's get married when we get older? Like, marriage should be the last thing on a child's mind. They're at the playground, just let them play. And then two, that random bully that come in and just like ka-chow. Actually, like, black people and white people can't get married. Black people and white people have had the right to be married for a very long time now, and I feel like these cartoons, they just try to force things onto these children and these ideas that are just false. Like, are there some white people who want to date white people? Are there some black people who want to date black people? For sure, but black people and white people can't get married, and all of this is like a false idea of what goes down on the playground.
It's Garnet from Steven Universe.
Kids, don't be racist.
Cut. Okay, people, we just need to get coverage. We'll start again in 5.
This is the cheesiest job I've ever done. Stuff like this doesn't actually happen in real life.
Whoa there.
Are you kidding? It totally does.
Just because this has never happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Seriously, I didn't know. Yeah, everyone messes up sometimes. But you gotta realize it hurts to deal with racism. And when people act like it's not real, it makes it feel even worse.
You have to acknowledge racism to work against it.
You're right. I can do that.
I'm just lost. Like, this is action on Cartoon Network. Yes, racism exists. Did I go through some racist things in middle school? Yeah, I did. Everyone gets bullied. This is the thing. Should we like advocate to not be bullies? For sure. I'm just confused, y'all.
You kids better work on this before the wedding.
Whoa, that's just
We're
from
just
the script. We only just met today.
That was so weird. The little wink, like, oh, you gotta be ready for the marriage. Leave these kids alone. Don't deny it, defy it, be anti-racist. Like, how about this? How about we just let the kids be kids? Okay? Like, you're pushing this narrative that everything around us is so racist and bad when that's not the case. Listen, I'd be so salty if I saw my kid watching this. I would just be completely baffled because none of this was going on when I was a kid. There were cartoons that tackled racism, but I feel like this cartoon almost made the white kid out to be racist. Like, when nothing he did was racist. He just said this stuff really doesn't happen on the playground. You'd be better off approaching racism and really defying it, giving an actual scenario. Like, that lame scenario, that doesn't cut it. But give like real world situations like the old TV shows used to do. That could be worthwhile. But this ain't it. And neither is this face. I look dusty. We're gonna go on a trip. And not only is it frustrating what's happening to our cartoons, but it's also frustrating shopping online sometimes. The majority of the time, I like to physically go to the store and go shopping because getting to see the physical products like in front of your face makes such a big difference, and it makes deciding on what you want that much easier, especially when you're just going shopping for the essentials like razors. And I want to thank Harry's Razors for sponsoring today's video. It's nice knowing that I can get a quality razor like Harry's straight from the stores that I'm already planning on going to anyways. I ran to Target earlier to run some errands, and they had a huge display of all the different products that Harry's offers. They have 3 different handles: the Sherman, the Winston, and the Kraft, including all the shaving creams and even products that they have. Featured in GQ's Grooming Awards, I grabbed the Kraft handle, which is one of the most premium handles that they have to offer, and it's at an actual very affordable price. On the handle itself, it features these like dotted rubberized grips that's on the metallic handle itself, which is really high quality and it's really weighted and nice. It features 5 blades on it, and it also has that little additional blade on the end so you can get the finer spots. I went to Target, but from Target to Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, in both drugstores, you can find Harry's pretty much wherever you are. So yeah, if you go out and next time you're out shopping for essentials and you're looking for a new razor, or if you don't already use Harry's itself, be sure to give it a try. I already feel and look so much better. Ooh, child. All right, this video is apparently has been shown to 4th and 5th graders in Washington. So
This one has a penis. It's a boy. This one has a vulva. It's a girl. Congratulations.
Whoa, let's hit the brakes, people. The way your body looks on the outside is only part of the story.
What?
Stay with me, gang. This is important. Hi, little one. Your sex refers to your physical body parts, remember? But there is also something called gender, which is how you feel inside your body and who you know yourself to be.
you know, no, pause. You know what that's called? It's called a personality. We need to just get rid of this idea of gender and just have personality. There's male if you have a penis, there's women if you have a vagina, there's intersex if you intersex, and then we keep it pushing. Other than that, it's literally your personality.
And your gender, how you feel on the inside, doesn't always match the sex you were called when you were born.
Okay.
Let's say you were born with a penis and you feel like a boy inside. In that case, your sex and your gender match.
Well, what if you were born with a penis and you know you're a girl inside, not a boy?
Okay, let's unpack the little that we have so far. We're talking about people who cannot vote, cannot drink, cannot drive, can't do any of these things, can't consent to sex, none of that. But we're saying that in their head, they know for sure they are that gender. How about we just let them grow up and let things play out? And if they are 21, past 18, whatever, and they really still think that they are the opposite gender, then they can deal with it then. But you know how confusing it has to be for these little kids out here to hear that? You know how confusing that would have been for me? Because I enjoyed playing, I love the big Bratz dolls with the heads, you could do the hair. I loved those. I loved playing Barbies with my cousins. Like, I loved all the girly stuff. But best believe I also loved the man stuff too. And it's like, that was just my personality. But now we're telling kids, if you have even the smallest drop of doing something girly, you're in the wrong body. Like, what happened to just accepting yourself for who you are? When did we stop promoting that? Because if you want me to accept myself who I am, okay, I'm a boy who likes girly things sometimes. That's chill. That's fine. That's okay.
I gotta call Buster. Hey, Arthur. Hey, Buster. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I just watched it. It was awful. I can't believe someone would be hurt like that just because they're black.
I'm sorry. Buster's so cute. Him snagging on the carrot just because they're black? No. I'm sorry. George Floyd is not deceased right now just because he's black. George Floyd is deceased because of the actions that he did, and that's where I'm at on that. I haven't unpacked this on YouTube because obviously this channel was started last year, but that's the tea. That's how I feel. It was not racially motivated. It's not because he's black.
Racism is so unfair. No one should ever judge someone by the color of their skin.
Agreed. I agree. No one should ever judge someone on the color of their skin. But guess what people do? Okay? And then there also comes a point where data and racism gets a little blurred, especially when there's one race doing a lot of bad things.
Buster, it happens everywhere. I was talking to Mrs. McGrady the other day. She said there's a really long history of black people not being treated fairly in this country.
It has to stop.
We have to do something.
At what point will black people start to get their shit together and realize that we are our ancestors' dream, that we can do whatever we want to do in this nation? They acting like we are far, far back, getting whipped and beat. I don't owe nobody no bushels of cotton, and neither do you. It happens everywhere. No, it doesn't. There are more people getting struck by lightning.
Yeah! But what can we do? I mean, I'm 8. I can't even fry an egg on my own.
I don't know.
Exactly. Like let these kids be kids. Why are we involving these kids in race, having them pick sides, this, and that? Let the kids be kids on all fronts. Like, I feel so bad for the generations growing up nowadays in social media land. Like, I genuinely feel so bad for them because they can't just unplug.
Hold on!
Hello, boys. I'm so glad you reached out to me. Yes, I saw the video too. And let me tell you, it made my blood boil.
Me too!
It also made me scared. I mean, this happened in our neighborhood.
It is scary, Buster. But you should know that a lot of grown-ups are fighting racism and working hard to keep us all safe.
Why does this keep happening, Mrs. McGrady?
Well, racism is like a disease. If you don't treat it, it's just going to get worse.
Wait, if racism is a disease, can I get it?
Buster, don't worry. This isn't about you.
Actually, it is. It's about all of us. It's not
I thought she was gonna say because you white. I'm gonna leave this white rabbit alone.
enough to just say, I'm not racist. It's not my problem. We have to actively fight against racism. As my friend John Lewis once said, if you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have a moral obligation to do something about it.
So, what can we do?
Well, one of the most important things is what you're doing right now.
Eating carrot sticks?
I mean, talking about it. Talk about racism with your friends, your parents, your teachers. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes, keep talking about racism and keeping it alive. Keep talking about racism as if it's really a problem in the United States. Keep talking about racism as if black people are shunned and cannot do a thing in this nation. Keep talking about it. You want us to keep talking about racism? You want us to keep talking about race? We can if you want to, and it ain't gonna be pretty. Because like the Asian Lives Matter, that was such a big deal until they realized who was committing the harms against Asian people. You got Black Lives Matter doing $100 billion worth of damage in 2020, but all of a sudden we're supposed to pay attention to January 6th. This don't make no sense. Turning these kids into little activists for what reason and why? Black people, as if black people are really going through all these horrible things. We're not. Half the things that are happening to black people are happening because of black people's actions. All the things that are really concerning the black community right now can be fixed if black people just got together and fixed it instead of killing each other or murdering other people or robbing from other people or stealing or looting or a ton of other things that a plethora of mainly black people do. Not racism. It's just the data. Like I'm a black gay man talking about this. Let's be real here. None of this is racist. None of this is homophobic. I'm just keeping it real, looking at the data for what it is, and being honest with y'all. This is all a joke. It's a sham.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country.
Tilled this land from sea to sea to sea.
How long are we going to grip and hold on the whole slavery thing? At what point will we, you want to talk about unshackling ourselves from this decrepit mindset that black people can't amount to anything because of slavery and the white man in this nation? Because telling our children this is not helping. Telling our children this isn't helping the way race relations are happening. Telling our children this is just furthering a divide and furthering many political activists that are yelling and screaming in the streets for nothing, like I was in 2017, crying with BLM, out there marching for what reason and why.
Built this country. Not only field hands, but carpenters, masons,
Blacksmiths, musicians,
inventors built cities from Jamestown to New Orleans to Banneker,
Washington.
40 acres and a mule.
We'll take the 40 acres, keep the mule.
We made your families rich.
From the southern plantation heirs
To the northern bankers,
To the New England ship owners,
the founding fathers,
former presidents,
current senators,
The Illuminati, the New World Order,
slaves built this country.
Damn, Disney. Oh my gosh. And listen, I'll give credit to that. Is there a lot of foundational things in old money out there that was the result of like passed down like generational wealth and built off the backs of slavery? For sure, there are some things, but you know what? It is what it is. It happened. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. There's literally nothing we can do. This country has gone through a lot. That's a fact. But all we can do is be the change going forward. Focusing on the past and putting your mindset and living in the past as if that's our current day problem now. And because you feel entitled to, you're owed something because of what your great-great-granddaddy went through, miss me. Like I've said before, I don't deserve anything for my great-great-granddaddy being beat and whipped. What happened, happened. It sucks. But I'm here now. I cannot control the past, but I can control the future. What the hell are my kids gonna watch? Like genuinely, if these little tiny things are just woven through cartoons like this, I'm just appalled. Because like it's not like the basic like teachings that it used to be. What is this? All right, so apparently the shows have gotten pretty bad. I was not expecting it to be like that, but now I see why a lot of parents are concerned. I see why a lot of parents are kind of really watching what their kids are watching, and I see why a lot of parents are concerned with Disney and the way a lot of these TV shows are going. There are, I mean, let's be honest, there's a plethora of straight things too that I think is just wrong in TV shows, and we've gone through that before on this channel, like the iCarly feet scenes and the Zack and Cody kissing scenes. All that is just beyond me, but I really want to focus on the black topics and the gay topics because hello, black and gay, so it just makes more sense. But even me as a future parent, it has me concerned with what are the things that these shows are like low-key injecting into children's heads. Like, why can't we just, like Bob the Builder, why can't we just teach children how to build, or just kid things? Why are we introducing these adult concepts? Like, let the kids be kids, and that's something that's just not happening. So I guess just watch out for what your kids are watching, and I hope that these TV shows that I've gone through somehow get it together and know this is not necessary, and that, you know, as a black gay man myself, I don't find this to be representative of my own views, and it's not representative of all gay people or all black people either. So thank you for watching today's video. I appreciate your support more than you know. It means a lot to have you here on the channel, and sharing my content, loving it, just means the absolute world to me. I am recovering from a sinus infection, so if I sound a little congested, that's why. And as always, keep a lookout for the plethora of new content coming this way. Next month, March, will be my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube, which is just that we made it here this far, this fast. So cheers to that, cheers to you all, and I hope that you have a very, very great day, that things go well for you, and that you understand and know that you can do anything you want to do when you put your mind to it. Tunnel vision, literally just lock down, grind, focus on you and only you, and you will achieve the goals that you set forward. So with that being said, love you guys a ton, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces.